Hello from Vancouver. HowStreet.com presents Money Expo 2010. If you care about your financial future, you should check it out at moneyexpo.ca. Hey, Mish Shedlock is here with us from globaleconomicanalysis.blogspot.com. Mish, a great idea from Iran of all places, making your money talk. This is kind of cool, isn't it?
It is cool, and I can't say the idea is mine. I got it from someone who, let's just call him Dollar Bill. I actually know the person's name. But Dollar Bill sent me this email. He said, hey, I like this Iran deal. And what's happening over there is they're writing on their currency, death to the dictator and down with Khomeini and, all kinds of political slogans like that. Those are a couple of the milder ones that I put here on my blog. But, he wrote in and he said, Mish, I love your piece today about the stamping the currency. Why don't we have everyone go out and get these rubber stamps, that say audit the Fed and stamp every damn Federal Reserve note we have that passes through their hands. I'm got to think, wow, that's a great idea here. We can carry it forward. Why not get these stamps and then just start stamping every letter, every bill, everything we send?
Yeah.
Audit the Fed. Actually, I think end the Fed is better, because that's the ultimate mission, or, got gold, or indict Geithner, or read Mish. I don't know. The nice little stamps that we can do that I think says a message here, and it would be much more likely to be successful than telling people to go switch their bank, pull their money out, put it into a small savings and loan.
It's a lot easier and a lot more effective way to get the message across.
I think it is. Not that I want to detract from someone else's message, but just from a practical standpoint, it takes a lot of impetus to get someone to go out there and move their accounts over, change all their banking relationships, find a new bank that they trust in. That's the hardest part of the whole mission, actually, because the game's rigged. They're not going to let Citigroup fail.
No.
But what about a small S&L that you move your money to?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anyway, I do encourage people to go out there, get these stamps, end the Fed, indict Geithner, got gold. Use your imagination. Asterisk, the Fed would be a good one. That kind of thing.
We will watch and see what people come up with, and I'll try to come up with some slogans of my own. Mish Shedlock, his blog at globaleconomicanalysis.blogspot.com. I got a quote here, Mish, from Charles Plosser. He's the president and CEO of the Philadelphia Fed, and this ties in with your next story. Said on Tuesday, when we see the real GDP growth figure for the fourth quarter at the end of the month, it will be quite a bit stronger than the third quarter, and he goes on to say, the data suggests the recession is likely over and the economy is in recovery.
Hallelujah.
Fantastic.
The economy is in the recovery. Tell that to small businesses. I'm looking at a small business economic trends report for January. It's 23 pages of graphs, nonpartisan. The NFIB, National Federation of Small Businesses, put this thing out. Just a quick glance at some of the things they're saying. The optimism index is stalled in spite of the improvements in the economy. The job-generating machine remains in reverse. Jobs are being lost. Hiring is weak. The frequency of reported capital outlays over the last 6 months was unchanged. The weak economy puts downward pressure on prices. 10% of owners reported raising prices.
Wow.
33% of small business owners were forced to reduce prices. That sound like a clever to you? They also said neither labor nor material costs are pressuring owners. That goes into dispute with what all these people are saying, that there's massive inflation out there everywhere. I don't see it. This is the big one. Reports of positive profit trends were a net negative 43. Ouch. They're supposed to hire when their profits are down like this? Give me a break. 24 months of recession have sapped the financial strength of many small business firms. We got a lot of charts out here that show this on my blog. Look for it on small business trends. But the ones on employment and prices and labor, my God, the gap between the prices they can charge, which is dropping, but the prices they get has plunged.
Yeah.
That's got to put real pressure.
I got another brilliant insight here. Mish, from
what's
from
your
Chuck.
insight?
This is from our pal Chuck Plosser, at the Philly Fed. Businesses need to recover before they start hiring again. So even with better real GDP growth over the next few quarters, the unemployment rate and payroll employment will take a little longer to show significant improvement.
A little longer or a lot longer?
He
Phil?
says a little longer, but we know it's a lot.
I got some unbelievable stats from USA Today. Actually, they didn't come from USA Today. Well, they did come courtesy of Moody's. Moody's did the report, gave the data to the USA Today. USA Today reported on it. And they think the unemployment rate's going to drop to 6 by the end of 2013.
Sure.
These guys are on Mars.
Yeah.
Absolutely on Mars. Not even the Fed believes this. Where do these economists come up with this stuff? I mean, that's just blatant incompetency. There's no way in hell. I'm going to crank through the numbers they gave me.
Okay.
And do a graph. And I will tell you how many jobs we'll have to produce to get us down to 6% by the end of 2013. It's going to be something. I'm just going to make up a number here. I won't know until I see it. But it's going to be something like 400,000, 500,000 jobs a month.
If you have to just do what we do at the Fed, make the graph fit the conclusions.
Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay.
But then I can go back and say how many jobs it took to make the graph fit like that. And they'll look like idiots, especially because they had the unemployment rate going up in